Hey everybody, welcome to SwJ. Today we're going to be talking about literally reversing the aging process while I work on patching a couple of spots on my jeans. So when I say literally reversing the aging process, what do I mean? Well, I mean having cells that behave like they did when you were younger, having wounds that heal faster, scars that don't show as much, better organ function, brain function, eyesight, the whole shebang. At least that's what they're telling us. So, what am I talking about? And how does this all work? Well, first I'm going to tie a knot here, and we will get into that. Just got to focus for a second. Now, basically what science, good old science, and those scientists, what they've come up with is a way of resetting the biological clock on your cells. So far, they've been tested on mice only, but that is the first step. Let's get a first stitch in here, see if I'm not going to muck this up too badly. So, testing on mice so far, scientists have been able to introduce what they call reprogramming molecules. Now, as you can tell, science is beyond me. These scientists amaze me. I'll stop talking like this and character from Disenchantment now. But we'll go back to the traditional Joe. They, when I talk about scientists, they have found 4 reprogramming molecules. And when you introduce these reprogramming molecules, what they do is they reset what are called epigenetic markers in your cells. And what the epigenetic markers are is basically that's your cell's way of tracking time, tracking age. And resetting them with these reprogramming molecules basically makes your cells think that they're younger than they are. Very much like middle-aged men when they buy Corvettes. So we've got these cells in aging mice, and they tested this in various ages of mice, and it worked across all of them. And they had their cells reset. And it takes some time. It doesn't happen instantly because of cell regeneration, I'm assuming. It takes a while for cells to rebuild and for the body to respond to changes in the cells. and it just improves the cell function. So over time, these mice had improved function in all of their organs, and the report stated that the mice resembled younger animals in both appearance and ability. You know, I hesitate to use the word, the term "fountain of youth" because it's so cliche, but it does seem to be the thing. Maybe not quite as instantaneous as the fabled fountain of youth. You know, cells once reprogrammed take time to rebuild the body in a more youthful way. They said actually between between 8 months and a year it took. So a longer term study, but if you can go from whatever age you're at and shave off 20 years over the course of a year, dang, that would be pretty amazing. And you would just heal better, faster, easier. Said that muscle tissue would be stronger. You know, muscle tissue gets weaker and degrades as you age. And this treatment apparently can reverse all of that. I have a funny feeling that's what has been keeping Keith Richards alive all these years. Even though it does say resembled younger animals in both appearance and ability. So maybe not. Maybe not. He looks pretty rough, somehow still alive. But all of these Hollywood actors and actresses that don't look like they age, could already be out there. No, they just have enough money to take care of themselves well. That's the thing. Now, you know, a lot of people will be upset with this kind of news because it's kind of like playing God, and you know, people are supposed to age and die and all sorts of things, but I think it's a very interesting possibility. And I think the idea that it takes time to happen is interesting as well, because you know, all the how can I say this? All the classic visualizations of the Fountain of Youth are instantaneous, and I've never felt that was really plausible. That's the stuff of fairy tales. When you hear that there's a treatment that over the course of a year your cells regenerate and work better and make you seem younger, that to me seems much more plausible. Not so much the stuff of science fiction, but the stuff of science. And I think it'd be too tough on the body if it was to happen all at once. You know, all of a sudden, you know, everything's changing, and you know, it'd be too much of a shock to the system. So the fact that it happens over time, and you can just kind of feel yourself getting younger over the course of a year, pretty amazing. Cheers. And can you imagine all of a sudden your skin is softer, your hair is softer, your hair has color in it again? You don't get so tired right away. Little sprains and strains don't hurt so bad. It's it sounds like it's coming. Don't get me wrong, I don't necessarily want to live forever. Could be a fun idea, but I don't know, I think mortality is a good thing. Kind of gives you a deadline on when you need to finish stuff by. But maybe just not hurting so bad the whole time that you're making your way there might not be the worst thing in the world. You know, my body's been breaking down since I was 20 years old. If I could turn that back a little bit, it'd be pretty cool. Wonder what it would cost. A lot of people would pay a lot of money to shave 20 years off their life. Well, that's the main thing I wanted to do with my sewing today, was get these two little holes patched up, just kind of prep for the next spot. What I'm going to have to do next is repair the seam from the outside, because this is where we were working, and this is a very large hole. So what I'd like to do is, as I've done with other projects, open up until where I started sewing here, where the pocket is. Open all that up, put in a piece underneath, and then sew along the seam to put it all back together. It's a bit of surgery. I don't usually like cutting things open to work with them, but it's got to be done sometimes, and I'm going to need to work on the top of this pocket as well. And as I've been doing in my other ones, pocket extensions. If you haven't seen my pocket extension video, check it out. It's a little while ago. It's a longer one, but yeah, it shows you how to make your pockets a little longer so it actually fits your cell phone. Anywho, let's pull the pins on this episode. I just want to say thanks very much for joining me. I do really value the time we get to spend together, even if I do drop safety pins and have them launch all over the place. And till next time, keep chilling. And I had my cookie already today. Schedule's a little bit out, but don't forget yours. Oh, yeah. Peace.